So this is one of the biggest tips I can give you on how to get better in paintball. My name's Greg, and you're watching How to Play Paintball. So before we get started, I wanted to say very quickly, check out the description down below. There's a link down there for a free ebook. So maybe you're brand new to paintball. That's going to be more geared towards you. If you're not new to paintball and you're still, climbing up the ranks and trying to get better and better, still join it. With the ebook, it's not necessarily for you, but there's some other cool stuff that basically you'll get onto an email list, and that'll help you out with some extra tips and then some other cool stuff down the road for you to enjoy. Film yourself. So even if it's just something as simple as you get your phone and you set it up on the ground, or you have it in front of the bunker, whatever, is going to help you to improve your game. Now, there are some tips that I want to give you for getting the most out of this, but like I said, it really could even just be your cell phone. If you get a GoPro, even like the tripod that I have, I had a bigger one, but they have the ones that are like telescoping on Amazon, and they're super tiny, so they can be super compact. You can get one of those and it has a clip for your phone, or you could even get a GoPro, or they have like the knockoff ones on Amazon as well that are probably going to do just as fine. Might not be the greatest quality, but you're really doing this for yourself, and it's going to help you and your team get better. So the first tip would be overly critical of yourself. Now, there are going to be times that the angle isn't the best. So if you have it where it's angled and it's kind of like offset a little bit from your bunker and you're snapping, it might look like your elbow is sticking out a little bit more than normal. So try to have it where it's like directly behind or directly in front of where you would be shooting. Obviously, don't shoot your camera. Don't do that. You don't want that, because then you don't have a camera or a phone anymore, or you have to go and clean it all out and all that. But have it lined up so that way you can get at least the best view. And this way you can have it where you're getting a true look at how far am I coming out? Am I using extra muscles that maybe I don't need to? And when you're that extra critical on yourself, don't beat yourself up over things, but just look for how is it that I can be that 1 inch better. That 1 millimeter could be the difference of you either winning or losing in paintball. It's just the way that it works. It's a game of inches, a game of centimeters, game of millimeters. That sometimes can I adjust my positioning? Is my pack even sticking out? Not so much, don't worry about the snapping out. You got to think about the other stuff that could be sticking out as well. So having that film is going to be super helpful for that. The next part of being critical is going to be the in-game footage. So this is something that actually helps me out. So when I do my self-playing critiques and I put those out for you guys, it's something that it can actually help me out, because it's the little tiny things of, oh, I should have actually said this, or I didn't notice that this happened in the game, just to kind of not have that tunnel vision. So that critique helps me to kind of broaden things out and really focus on what are the little minor things, again, that make the big difference in paintball. So if you have you get one of the cheapo cameras, doesn't have to be a really nice, GoPro or action cam, whatever, it just needs to work. Having something that you can put onto your barrel, or, even like the mask cam. I'm not a huge fan of the goggle cam ones, just because usually they stick up really tall or your loader is blocking it. I know some people like it. I'm not a huge fan of it. For the barrel cams, those have always worked out really well for me. So this way you can have, I was shooting at this and I can hear what it is that I'm saying, but maybe someone said something and I didn't repeat it. And it's those little tiny things that you really want to focus in on. So again, going more into that, being critical of yourself is going to be super, super helpful. So the second tip is figure out how could I have not gotten shot. So especially if you're being critical of the little minor things of what I could have done different, what was successful, what wasn't, but look and see how is it that I got shot. Again, in my critiques, I think I've done this where, hey, this person shot me because I didn't do this, or I didn't see this move, or this miscommunication happened. Things like that are going to happen, but in the same way, you look at the NFL or NCAA, like they're going to go and watch game footage. They're trying to see what is it that we can do better and how is it that we can better improve, because that quickness, those reaction times, if you can have it where you've already thought through it and you're able to make those corrections of, okay, I got shot here because I didn't do this, or I did do this and I shouldn't have, you know, whatever the case may be, you're gonna be able to be that much better in game. Now for the in-game footage stuff, again, use whatever camera you want. I personally have been using the Inception Designs Apache mount for forever. It's just the ring mount. I think you just go to inceptiondesigns.com. You can go over and purchase it there. They might even have it on Amazon. I've had the same one for like 6 or 7 years, something like that. Thing's a workhorse. It's just a little ring. It works perfect. So it really helps out with having a good grip. It doesn't block your vision. Some of the other ones, they come down and they kind of go into your peripheral vision. So you just don't want to mess with that. And the last thing I'll say with filming yourself is that it can help out your team as well. So obviously you being a better player is going to help your team out. But when you film yourself, if you can have it even, I saw there was a team that had the 360 camera set up behind the start box. That way they could actually look over the whole field and kind of scan around and see what everyone was doing, you know, seeing where someone got shot. It takes away everything. There's no excuses anymore when you have the like, no, you got shot because you got shot doing this, or yeah, you were loading and you should have been shooting and loading at the same time, but you put your gun down. And those are the kinds of things that there's no disagreement. There's no, well, I remember you doing this. Well, I remember I did this. It's like, no, we can just go back to the footage. So when you have something like that, even like the tripod that I said, that's where you would want to have it higher up. Some fields have a observation deck, so you can just get like a little baby tripod and that works out fine. Have someone sit there on the sideline and film. Whatever it is, it's going to be helpful for your team, and it's really not going to cost anything extra because most people already have, you know, they already have their cell phone. You already have maybe an action cam or some other camera that it doesn't need to be super high quality. This isn't something you're putting out for everyone. You're doing it for yourself. So you don't necessarily need to drop thousands of dollars in equipment. You can just go ahead and buy a old cheapo one, and you know, as long as you can hear okay, it's gonna do just fine. So thank you everyone. If there's something that I missed, put it down in the comments down below. Be sure to check out the description. Like I said earlier, there's some really cool stuff down there. So a lot of, there's like the email sign up thing, and there's a free ebook. So if you're brand new to paintball, that's great for you for that. But also, even if you're not new to paintball, still join that. You can get the free ebook, skim through it if you want, but there's also some other cool stuff for you guys. So thank you again, everyone, and as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.